And we're back. Next episode here we found transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screencasts on YouTube and DeviantArt that are responsive comments. I'm made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. Don't like what I'm saying, go ahead and click off the video and go watch something else. Do not lie and say there's hate speech in my videos, because there is no hate speech in my videos. The speech of hate is a story. Let's continue on with people getting things wrong in these comment sections, and me trying to straighten them out with Bible verses and basic biology, and them getting ticked off about that. Let's go here. Person basically is saying that I don't have a leg to stand on because while I used articles that show off what is male and what is female, and said that when people born with testicles and males say that they're females, they're lying. People born with ovaries, females, say they are male. Yeah, so they're driving their little car over around. They're replacement engine there. They're lying too. So basically, me doing that, that when they do that, that's lying. And they're like, well, actually, according to lies I was told, testicles can be seen as male or female, or female, and ovaries can be seen as male or female. But that's wrong. Yeah, that is wrong. Overall, trans people aren't lying. Yeah, they are. When they say their gender is woman and their sex is something different, yeah, they are. Gender and sex aren't directly correlated. One isn't actually real. You mean physical. That's that being gender. And it's like it's a social construct. Okay, frankly, people can do whatever they like with that because of lies. I was told. Likewise, people can surgically get their sex changed. Not can get their biological sex. Their reproductive organs changed to look like the opposite. It's not real. It's not going to actually make them turn a female into a male or a male into a female. But this person is thinking that it will. It's not going to. Go on. Let's see here. Sex change, like I said earlier, meaning the biological sex would correlate with their gender. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. I'm sorry. That doesn't work. Biological also means DNA, genetics. That doesn't work. So they physically be male/female through lies, but you don't have to acknowledge as much. You'd have to acknowledge as much by your logic. No, I wouldn't. Surgically altered is not change your biological sex. You're still saying they're not because you don't like them, or no, because it's not possible. Even though you're blatantly wrong through lies, they're in lying. You're like, no, I'm not lying. If your logic is that they have surgery, therefore they're lying. Yeah. Anyone who had life-saving surgery would be liars. No, not true. Your logic is flawed because you're saying that any surgery makes a person, according to me, any surgery someone has makes them a liar. Makes them a liar, which is not what I was saying. I was saying that people born with testicles are getting surgery to get what looks like vulvas, and then saying they're females when they're not. People born with ovaries are getting their vulvas mutilated to look like a penis and testicles with fake parts, and saying they're males. That's lying. That's to help make those lies work. If a person has basically inflamed appendix or has to have a cancerous growth removed, or something like that, or he needs heart surgery or whatever, that's not lying, because the surgery is not being used to lie. The surgery is being used to save their lives. Literally save their lives. It's a different story than someone with a fully functioning, healthy system once is like, I don't like this, I want to get it fixed, and it's damaged when they get it damaged. Well, with gender reassignment surgery, gender affirming surgery. So yeah, that's not how that works. Let's continue on, please. Nope, that doesn't work. You still haven't explained through lies how getting operations makes one a liar, because it's lying about your biological sex. Is it some big pharma BS? No. You're the type to not believe in basic medicine and science? No. That's so bad. I mean, given you've been lying the entire time through lies, I wouldn't be surprised. In fact, I'd be more surprised if you weren't delusional, given what you're saying contradicts your own logic through lies. You know what I lie logic, though. Adding this to your To this, you call yourself a hero, despite actually going out of your way to harass people simply because they're part of a minority that's already abused, murdered across several countries where they are illegal to just be alive through lies. Even countries where it isn't illegal for them to exist, they face straight up murder because that's wrong. Yes, I don't think heroes do that according to the lies I was told. Go ahead, given the evidence of lies, I'd say he will probably look into the said evidence instead of trying to look for evidence to support his claim, confirmation bias through lies. But you're not doing that because according to the lies I was told. So with that said, there's not much point talking to a delusional person. Is there? A delusional person, is there? Run! He's showing facts. That's what's going on. You're delusional. You must be delusional. Bye. Yep, you got nothing. And then she blocks me. He or she blocks me because that's you can do it if you are. You can block someone without them commenting. But I was able to show the reply, basically screen cap my reply that I would have given if I was not blocked. With that. I say those may be the same sites, but not the same information. Transgender. I quoted that stuff that he or she quoted. This term is to describe someone whose gender identity does not match their assigned sex at birth, or rather the stereotypes of their assigned sex at birth. And how do you think they do that? By lying with their biological sex. Their assigned sex. Oh yeah, testicles are male and ovaries are female. I'm sorry I didn't explain that earlier when I said people born with male organs are lying when they say they're female and so on. And you cannot change biological sex. Hormones won't do it, and neither will surgery. DNA will not change because of those things. And it's strange that you call diagrams of actual physical human design arbitrary, when it's how most human bodies are designed at birth. According to the diagrams of human anatomy, the transgender people are the ones getting it wrong here. You are saying they are just trying to be themselves. They can be themselves without lying about their biological sex. Yeah, sorry. Gotta. Next. There was a online university. I'd say, if I can say, recommend don't ever get student loans ever, because then you immediately will owe thousands of dollars to losers. So don't do that. If you want to go to college, do it the right way. Figure it out. Don't mess around. That stuff is not. It's very unpleasant. I'll have to deal with that stuff eventually, but right now I have to survive. So what we're doing right now is we're working on our jobs, working on getting stuff we need to survive and make things better for ourselves in the short term. When eventually we get to that, you'll be able to pay back the student loans and whatnot. I look forward to being able to do that. It's going to be great. I look forward to it. It's going to be awesome. Be out of debt, really great. But it's going to take a long time, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Maybe not take a long time. We'll see. Someone says, thanks, Incogni, for sponsoring this video. Incogni takes the hassle of protecting personal information for data brokers and cyber threats. You can feel more secure no matter what the future holds. Take advantage of the 60% discount of the annual plan with the term, whatever, Vern TV, and includes up to 4 people with family, friends, fan. I'll leave VernTV.com. Fern TV. And I said, some of this stuff is not so bad. I want the transgender way of life destroyed. Kill it now. And so I said, I didn't expect this type of video from Fern. So you end up translating it? I'm glad. Thanks, Fern. Thanks for uploading this video in English in time and manner. So many people asked for on your German-speaking channel. It's incredibly important that everyone, including the Americans now, watch this video. They can also upload it here, Fern. Thanks for listening again in English. So that's nice. Trump's re-election video comments, part 1. Tucker transgender shooting news. Okay, so there was a situation where a female, a trans man, a girl wants to be a boy, transgender person, in her late 20s, early 30s, or whatever, decided to shoot up a Christian school she was mistreated in. And Tucker Carlson took it and ran with it and was saying that it's a transgender war against Christianity. I'm like, I don't know about that. I think that's a bit too sensationalist, So someone says here, let's see what someone says here. Disagree. I forgot the exact quote, but from the book by my favorite author I read, I'm not saying what the book is. My favorite author I read something like it takes an entire community to raise a criminal or allow a crime to happen. Western ideology is very individualistic and places too much responsibility on the individual, and that pressure may stress people to the point of madness. It doesn't. For crimes to stop, we should acknowledge that how we all play a role in responsibility towards such crimes to happen. Yeah, that makes sense. The greatest burden, perhaps, is also in the Bible, are on the teachers, quote unquote. They have double accountability when we judge more strictly. This does not mean school teachers, but anyone in general who promotes certain ideologies. The most dangerous thing on earth is not weapons, but words. The tongue is the kind of information it spreads. It can be. Everything that happens came from some certain line of thinking. True. And humans are great, too, with herd mentality. How ideas spread, whether for bad or good. My view is that both Christians and trans are fueled for that particular shooting case to happen. That's the trans. Christians are deluded in thinking that only male and female biologically when there is. It's funny how these biologists argue that, but they don't seem to even understand or really study biology like we like them to. You see a lot of hermaphroditism through deformity and gender changes in nature, but not in humans. Even in humans, physically and genetically, through deformity, not actual common stuff. Genetically, not male or female through lies. It doesn't help to fuel the anger of the LGBTQ plus community to make them feel so unacceptable to God and society because they're lying and committing sins. So it sucks. Those Christians are doing a greater sin, for that matter, according to lies I was told. And I say, I disagree. There are only two biological sexes in humans, and any mixture is a deformity. The transgender lifestyle is delusional. It's all about believing that there is something wrong with the body when nothing is, and trying to fix it by damaging it. Okay, that is on my underarm. There are claws going into my underarm. What's out there? Damaging it and lying about biological sex with for pronouns. The sin is on the transgender side. And then someone says, "Thank you for writing, for subliminally promoting this transphobia." Thumbs up, heart emojis. Oh crap! I gotta get comfortable. Okay, we got the. Here you go. Go. Hug. Okay. That's right in my shoulder. That is right in the shoulder. Okay, girl, you have to. Come on, girl. There you go. Let go. Okay. Go. Get down there. There you go. Chill. Okay, these are. I'm seeing. Where are they? Oh, yeah. Let me show you. I have the two. Here. Yeah. These guys. I'm seeing these guys on screen right now. Turkish Airlines headphones. Yep. Yeah. These guys were 2 for $5 at a Savers. It was like a Goodwill. They let's see here. Are okay headphones. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah. They weren't the best things ever. They were pretty cheap, but yeah, maybe those you get in airlines. So there you go. Savers. Pretty awesome. But yeah, they were. I was using them as replacement headphones for when these guys here and other guys here get worn out. But there we go. But that's how that goes, But eventually they wore out themselves. So yeah, the cool thing about these is I can repair them, and I will repair them eventually. I'll see you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube and DeviantArt.